Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the Rekt Capital channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thanks so much for tuning in. In today's video, we're going to be focusing on why I think Ocean Protocol has a 65% uptrend ahead of itself. So let's dive into the video update. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and let's talk about Ocean Protocol. And the best way is to just talk about it from the beginning. So this is a chart that I shared in the Rekt Capital newsletter, and I think I also shared it on Twitter as well, where Ocean Protocol was forming a bullish pennant, and this was the proposed pathway that I was envisioning for Ocean Protocol from that breakout. And of course it did break out later on, consolidated a bit at highs, but then broke into continuation just to form this bull flag structure. And of course, bull flags are a fantastic bullish trend continuation market structure. So whenever we see consolidation inside a bull flag like this, we tend to see price compression because of the bottom of the flag, which is essentially buy side support and demand, and the top of this bull flag resistance, which represents sell side pressure. And this sell side pressure over here and buy side support and demand compresses price into a non-volatile consolidation, which precedes a volatile move towards the upside. So this is today's chart for Ocean Protocol. It is currently breaking out, but this is the weekly chart, and we have to bear in mind that we have seen upside wicks before, and we tend to see downside wicks a lot as well. So really important for us to start seeing daily candle closes above this bull flag resistance, which is of course confluent with this resistance. So let's talk about that resistance right now, because this is a resistance that is inside an overall wide range. So let's start with talking about this wide range. This is a 65% wide range, and what has happened with Ocean Protocol's price action here is that it broke into this range and started consolidating inside this bull flag, which of course started to form just above the range low. So this is the range low of this 65% range, and this is the range high. So this is an intra-range play, and I'm going to talk to you guys about why this is what I think could happen to price action, because history has seen this happen in the past. But this is essentially the range low, and you can see how these low downside wicks have been testing this range low as a support successfully for multiple weeks. And in fact, if you just focus on these wicks, you can see that each and every wick is a higher low. So we're seeing that on these volatile downside wicks, buyers are happy to scoop up Ocean Protocol at a dip, at a premium every single week, on back-to-back weeks essentially. So this is a higher low, which is fantastic, dipping below the range low, but basically sucking itself back in to this bull flag support. Candle closes, actually managing weekly candle closes back-to-back as well inside this bull flag. And this red resistance area is pretty much the last resistance that is blocking Ocean Protocol from revisiting the upper regions of this range. And it's fantastic to see, because once we get a daily candle close over here to test the top of this flag as a support and the top of this confluent resistance area as a support, we'll see further trend continuation towards the upside. And let's focus on Ocean Protocol's historical price action for a moment, just to give you an idea as to why this is quite a possible route for Ocean Protocol's scenario and price action. In the past, we've seen wicking into this red resistance area. So before it was a support, now it's actually a resistance. Now we're actually on the fence here. Something might be changing right now, but this essentially was a support, now a resistance. But in any case, we've seen resistance, or at least this support, rebound price back to the range high of this overall range, right? This is the range high of this overall range. So we've seen support test and then essentially bouncing from this support into the range high, into support, range high, and just consolidation within the upper region of this overall range. And it's been a fantastic range for trading for Ocean Protocol overall throughout most of 2020, or at least the latter portion of 2020. So really great trading range here for Ocean Protocol, and I think that once we reclaim this support area, or at least this current resistance area as a new support, we're probably going to see a lot of movement inside this upper part of the range, and probably lots of volatile movement as well, akin to what we saw in the past right over here. So very promising to see this, because this is now a 65% move in progress. We are breaking out from this bull flag structure, and now once we successfully retest it as a support, we'll continue higher to revisit the range high. And this, of course, will be the major resistance, which could reject price, much like it did in the past. But one of the things to watch out for is how will Ocean react here? Will it see a strong rejection, like we saw over here, dipping quite deeply, but ultimately recovering and breaking past this range? Or are we going to see just seesawing price action between the red and range high levels? Really interesting to see, but in any case, the range high is something that's probably going to get tested in the next few weeks. So we need to see confirmation from this bull flag breakout. And once we've successfully confirmed this breakout, we're probably going to see a return, a revisit to this range high, and that's where we're going to actually focus on whether the trend, the overall trend for Ocean Protocol is going to change, because at the moment we're just going to be consolidating here if we can't break out past that range high. But if we do confirm a breakout, a weekly candle close beyond this range high, then we're going to go much higher than 65%. We're actually going to enjoy an overextension beyond this point, much like we saw in the past before. So that's also an exciting prospect. But for the time being, what I'm expecting is this intra-range move and revisit to the range high, which is going to hold a very key major trend decision for Ocean Protocol. But at the moment, breaking out from this bull flag, looking good so far. And having said that, guys, that's about it for this video. If you like this video, please, of course, leave a like for me to just know that you like me to continue producing these videos for you. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm Rekt Capital, and I'll speak to you in the next one. Speak to you soon.